sailors, I've been living on a sailboat for about 10 years now. On the boat, one of the hardest things is to find space for exercise equipment and or space for actually doing exercise. Sometimes when we're at a dock, like I am now, it's easier to find that space and I can find some equipment, but otherwise we'd be at anchor and I'd have to use the deck or the cockpit or the pilot house space, which is the main hangout area, the saloon. The most obvious thing in the world, space is limited on a boat. It's doable, but space is limited. Lately, I've been watching the live streams of a political commentator named Hasanabi, especially his live streams when he was in Japan. Him and a group of other streamers got together and got to experience all sorts of fun adventures in Tokyo, activities that don't fit my budget that I would not be able to experience otherwise because they don't fit my budget. And one of those activities was a twerking lesson. Now, I am half Canadian and half Bayesian. I have all sorts of memories as especially a small child visiting my family in Barbados and everybody else being able to dance and get their booties up in the air and bounce their butts in the air. And I could just not do that. I could just not bounce my butt in the air. I could just not do it, as if there was something wrong with me. I don't know, it's like as if the nerdy Canadian side of me just does not let the booty bounce. It has taken 37 years, y'all. 37 years into this, and I finally saw something that inspired me. A bunch of Twitch streamers who usually spend their whole days sitting on their asses playing video games. One of them is a gigantic 6-foot-tall Turkish man, and they're getting a lesson from a 38-year-old tiny Japanese twerking expert. That's when it dawned on me. That's when I finally realized maybe I can twerk too. So I'm going to be documenting this journey. I don't have access to a mirror. I don't have a mirror on board. I just have camera equipment to see how my twerks are coming along. I'd love to bring you all on my twerking journey. Twerking practice begins with my usual workout, including lifting the 4 weights available to me at the marina, and then very importantly, changing into shorts that make the butt visible. I should do some stretching, I suppose. Stretching is always good, but I'm not going to do a whole yoga routine. I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that I'm all warmed up. Yes, at the dock, the boat does move. Hi doggy, you gonna help me? You love when I pull the yoga mat out. You think it's a nice extra bed that I put out in the room. There are standing twerks. There are sitting twerks. My complete beginning understanding is that if I take a squat pose, I can be in a really low squat or I can be in a higher squat. Taking a very high squat, I'm bringing my pelvis in and then I'm going to pop my butt out. These are the basics that I understand. Turn, very neutral pose. I'm going to bring my pelvis in, pop my butt out. I don't know how that looks because I don't have a mirror. Squeeze my pelvis in, pop my butt up. And I'm not trying to with my butt muscles when I'm doing this yet. I'm just trying to get that motion of popping the butt up. This whole mid section, it's hard for me to move just this section and not the rest of my body. I don't have like a very long midsection, so it's hard for me to control this area without moving the rest of my body. I'm trying to get my butt up in the air without moving the rest of my body. I want my pelvis to come specifically in, and then pop. Pop. It helps when I'm squatting with my hands on my knees. And I don't know if I'm doing it too aggressively. And then there's twerks that seem to do it like smaller. And this is really good for my squat muscles. Just being in this position is workout itself. Just staying in this pose. Bring my pelvis in and pop out. Pop out. Pop out. In. in, pop out, in, pop out, in, pop, in, pop, in, pop, in, pop, in, pop, in, pop. And my camera at this point always starts to get like humidity inside of it. That's how humid it is here. So to summarize, today I'm only concentrating on my squat, my pelvis in, and my pop up, trying not to move my upper body. And I think speed is kind of difficult with this, because I can see that I can keep myself going along to a beat if I'm going fairly slow. In, pop, 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 pop, in, pop, in, pop, in, pop. But I can't go faster than that. I am aware, Choka, you're in my way, that there are pops to one side, pops to the other side, and I'm aware that I can use my muscles that I have in my upper butt. I don't have control over it. If I squeeze my upper glutes, there's some movement that doesn't affect my upper body. But it's hard not to squeeze other muscles below my upper butt. Look at it. Look at it. And I've got to do the opposite of what I usually want in my life, which is to let all of this jiggle. I don't want to be squeezing muscles down here. I just want to, for the purpose of twerking, to let this jiggle, which is not what I usually want. In everyday life, it's not what I usually want. There's a lot of like titles of songs that actually say things like, throw that ass up, throw that ass up. There are instructions. It's instructional. Alright, that's all for my dancing for today. I'm trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it straightforward, one step at a time, just one little thing at a time. Today, just trying to throw my upper ass up in the air. It's harder. It's more coordination than you think. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to like boom, 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 like do it faster. If I start doing it faster, it just looks like I'm having a medical moment. I'm not there yet. It's going to take steps. I also want to be able to do this in dynamic places, not just standing, not just squatting. The trick is to get to the point where can be doing this on the ground, can be doing this in a low squat, can be doing this side to side. It's an art form. I'm learning. So join me next time aboard SVNS. We will twerk.